Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena and today I'm talking about why this twin flame mission journey experience makes you feel crazy, legit crazy, and why it's supposed to. Watch this video. All right, guys, welcome back. Today is a very fun topic, and it doesn't feel fun when you're in it, believe me. I still feel crazy when I make these videos. I still feel like when I talk to people in regular everyday life about the fact that, I'm kind of a twin flame coach and I make videos on YouTube about twin flames, I still kind of judge myself. I won't lie about it. It never stops feeling fully crazy and insane and kind of like make-believe. But there's a reason for that. So, in my own experience, this has happened for a few different reasons. And the first reason why you feel crazy when you talk about or you think about the fact that you have this other soul, other part of you in another human body doing other things on earth, or you can feel them, you can hear their thoughts, you can, all of these things, right? It's meant to make you feel crazy because it's meant to make you question your programming and question your socialization and question everything that you've been taught up until this point. Because it's only the people willing to be crazy enough, right? I love that quote that it's like the people that are crazy enough to believe they can change the world are the ones that will. And this is the same thing that's true with the twin flame thing. Is you have to be willing to be crazy to question these things. People who are normal just go about the status quo. They're working their 9-to-5 jobs, trying to get a house, trying to get a car, trying to make a lot of money, trying to find a wife, trying to find a husband, all of these things, right? And while those things are important, it's not me dissing those things, but twin flames are going to question the status quo because of the pure, crazy, unconforming nature of the twin flame dynamic. And so it's going to make you feel crazy because you're not doing the things other people are doing, right? So everybody's moving this way and here you are moving this way. It's going to feel crazy to go against the grain. All the great people that went against the grain feel crazy, or were called crazy. The other part, and this is so important, and this is why we are on this journey, people. It's so important to talk about this, is that being a twin flame comes with major heart opening and activations, like on a whole nother level. And so what we're doing when we feel crazy up here is we're remembering to let go of the mind and get into the heart, get into the body, get into the heart, get into the inner knowing, right? And this is so important because your brain will tell you you are crazy. Your brain will look at this person and you will see the lightest and the darkest parts of them. I was coaching somebody the other day and they were like, I really need some reassurance on this. And I just need to know that, what I'm experiencing is legit. And it is. It is legit. Everything that you're experiencing is real. It is actually happening, but we have to shut down the mind. We have to shut down our brain that's so busy all the time, running, looking for answers, trying to be somewhere else, right? That being in a twin flame dynamic, it causes you to question your own reality. Not to mention, a lot of people with a twin flame dynamic were gaslit as children, right? Or were neglected as children, or were in really narcissistic dynamics. So there's a lot of trauma for twin flames, generally speaking, around these kinds of topics. So now, when they go into this twin flame dynamic and they feel crazy, they start to question themselves, they start to doubt themselves, they start to feel like they're not enough or they're not worthy But none of that is true. And if you tap into your heart for real, that will show you the truth. The truth will become so clear when you tap into your heart. And it's only the mind that has a hard time believing it. When you really sit down and think about this, think about your twin flame, think about the dynamic, it's only the mind. It's only the mind that causes trauma. It's only not causes trauma, but it's only the mind that interprets things as trauma. It's only the mind that knows its own programming. The mind can never come up with anything new because the mind is just a memory, right? So it looks back on old memories, picks that one, uses it, and then puts it into play, right? It's kind of like a computer system. And I know you guys have heard this reference before, but it's like a computer system. The mind runs off of memory, so we'll never be able to create anything new, which is why being in a twin flame dynamic is so scary, because it's all new. It's all outside of your programming. You realize you can't use that thing that you used to use over here in this situation anymore, so you have to learn all new tools. And that's when we have to then tap into the heart, because we feel so crazy. We feel so out of it. We feel so beside ourselves that we have no choice but to surrender completely to the mind and just say, listen, just make it all stop. You know, I've been there before for certain. And even in union, I've been there. Just make it all stop, and tap back into the heart and release it all. And it usually comes with big emotional upheavals and big emotional releases. And that's good. We need to have that in order to be healthy. But keep in mind that that's what the heart's meant to do. It's meant to activate. You're meant to be living more out of this space and less out of this space, right? Less out of your thinking brain and more out of your feeling body. Because your body is so intelligent. It knows so much more than we can even comprehend. So start listening to yourself, listen to your body, tap in, tune into your heart center, tune into your inner wisdom, and you will start feeling less crazy. I shouldn't say that. You'll probably still feel crazy, but you'll start feeling more secure in the direction that you're going in. Because keep in mind, you were made for this journey. You were made to go against the grain, not because it's so hard, not because you want to suffer, but because you're capable of it. Because you're capable of greatness. You're capable of living this life that you know that you can live. And yes, it's hard. And yes, it's scary. And yes, it causes you to let go of everything that you thought you knew. Being in a twin flame dynamic is like being rebirthed. You have to let go of that old version of you. You have to, because it no longer works anymore in this new earth, in this new version of you, in this twin flame dynamic. You have to learn new tools because you have to be more authentic. You have to let go of those old programmings, those old ideas. Even if your twin hurts you in the exact same way that somebody else in your past hurts you, you have to let that go. You can't bring those traumas with you here because they no longer work. They no longer compute the same way. You have to be so resilient. You have to be so resilient. You have to be in that heart so fully, because things will come up and it will feel like, oh my God, it's happening again. But when you see through it with your heart, you know that it's happening again to be released, because you can now, because you now have the space to release it. So instead of playing out that old story, playing out that old programming, playing out that old wound, that old trauma, you're going to be stepping into a completely new version of yourself, and you're going to feel supported in this. Spirit is going to be there, and it's going to be sad and hard, and it's going to cause pain and heartache, but it's going to be a beautiful transformation. This is why you feel crazy, because you're letting go of everything. You're surrendering. You're living more from your authentic heart center, heart space. And it's a beautiful thing. If you need more help with this journey, this is my love right now. This is my calling right now. So if you need more help with this journey, please, 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 please check the links below. I'd love to support you in any way that I can. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, share it with somebody that you love, that you know needs to hear this, because we aren't crazy. We just feel like we are, and you can get through it. I promise. Big love, Serena.